A very good day to you. My name is James, and this video, I was inspired by watching another YouTube video and doing the same kind of thing. How much, or can I say the title is, how much does it cost to stay, let's say, 7 days in Siem, Cambodia, Southeast Asia? This obviously is going to be for the budget traveller, the backpacker, or someone who can afford a room but not a dormitory. Most people are going to fly in from Bangkok. There's no really international direct flights apart from the Southeast Asia and parts of China, and that's about it. So you're probably going to fly in from Bangkok or from Vietnam, and depending on the time of year, this is like the high season at the moment, it's going to be, let's say, a return, let's say comfortably anywhere between $150 to $200. Let's say just from Bangkok, either the old airport or the brand new one. That's the first step. The accommodation. If you go onto booking.com, you can find loads of hotels. There are so many hotels here in Siem Reap, and you can get it, again, depending on the season, let's be generous, to $15 to $25 per night. Do you need breakfast? Do you need the swimming pool? Etc, etc, etc. The location, you've got to know. It'd be convenient for most people if you're in the area which is close to Pub Street, maybe a kilometre or two away. So it's walking distance, or you can get a tuk-tuk to go anywhere. So the flights, we got, let's say, for $150, accommodation per night, 25, that's another $150. So we got a $300 already for the accommodation. Food. You can get some really nice food. For example, you could go to the Palm Cafe, which is just off the main road on Tapol Street, excuse my pronunciation. Again, if you actually follow my videos and follow my channels, I do have a small video there, and you can get a really nice meal for about $2.50 and a can of Coke for maybe like 75 cents, or a bottle of water, etc. So that's how cheap it can be, but it can be even cheaper at night time, where you can get street food. I've videoed some stuff of this last year, and you could get noodles and meats and some vegetables about $1.50. I've never had any problems with, can I say, afterwards of having diarrhea. None at all. So go to where there are lots of people in the restaurant, and especially if there's some foreigners there, then you know it's going to be a reasonably good restaurant, and you can get beer there. Then you can go to another food stall and you get a banana milkshake, for example, for about $1 or maybe $1.50. So you can actually budget your food for $10 a day. But let's be generous, because we got up to $300 at the moment. So let's say $100 for 7 days. So $400. Obviously, you want to, the main reason why people come here is to visit Angkor Wat, the temples. The cost, and I really don't know this for a long time, I think a free day entry that is valid for about 7 days, or 3 times you can go and visit per person, is about $40. This may have changed, because the last time I did it was about 4.5 years ago. Okay, and then you could go to all the famous temples, but you don't have to do everything on the same day. Doing it on the same day is a lot of work and very tiring, and doing it over 2 or 3 days is to your advantage. Okay, so that's the price of there. So you can put on $40, so we got up to $440. Food, temples. Now the nightlife. 7 days, a beer. If you go down Pub Street, a beer is going to be $1.50 to $2. 5-star hotels, really don't know. Never had a beer in a 5-star hotel. But some of the smaller places, or some of the famous places like Viva has 3 restaurants in Siem Reap, 2 in the vicinity of Pub Street. Beer is 50 cents. Another place where locals like to go, and quite a few expats and foreigners, is a bar called Home Cocktail. They have two actually. Again, one is very close to the pub street, and you can get cocktails for $1.50, and the cocktails are really nice actually. May take a bit of time because they are busy and they stay open way late into the night time. So you could imagine, if you're going to get drunk every night, you could possibly do it, let's say for the real strong drinker, $20. So times that by 5, you've got up to another 100. So we're up to about 540. So with the flights, accommodation, food, excursions, drinking, eating, you can do it in quite a nice style for about 600 American dollars for 7 days. Yeah? So on average, let's say $100 a day for absolutely everything. I forgot to mention transportation costs. Near enough, if you're going from Siem Reap to the airport, it's going to cost you $5. Obviously, a lot of tuk-tuk drivers will try to charge you $7. Some drivers will only take you to the outside of the airport, and then you have to walk in. And it is quite a distance, possibly about 400 meters to get there, which is, it happened to me once, and by the time you get to the check-in desk, you're sweating buckets, especially if it's like high season or summertime. That's to be aware of. But when you come from Siem Reap, when you come from the airport, after you've done the security, the immigration, the what else, and then you get outside, there is a taxi stand there, and a tuk-tuk will cost you about $7 to get into the city centre, anywhere. A taxi is about $10, and they will all try to sell you tours. Obviously, it's kind of business there. If you don't want to pay that $7, then walk outside of the airport and you'll see quite a few tuk-tuks there. Then you can negotiate a price of round about $5 to anywhere near enough in Siem Reap to your hotel. Okay? There's lots of links in these videos that I've made today, so you can follow. If you want to get a cheaper hotel room, go to my link related to booking.com. You'll save yourself something like 15% if you book via that. That's a good one for a start. Related to the airports, I've done some videos of that. You can see what it's like, but obviously I don't do the sensitive areas because you're not allowed to film. The list goes on. Basically, a great idea would be to subscribe to my channel, and again, the link would be there. And then you could go to playlists, and you can go to, let's say, the Siem Reap channel or the Siem Reap vlog, and you can see a host of videos helping you to see and to experience on video before you come to this beautiful city. Siem Reap is really nice. Yeah? It's a really friendly place. It's a really small city. Yeah? And if you are going to stay in Cambodia, I would also advise going to Phnom Penh. Phnom Penh is like really big and developing incredibly fast, and the things that you could go and see there would be the killing fields. It's very sad, but it is a fascinating place, and you can get a real sense of what happened here in history. But look, let's not go into that. And also the Genocide Museum as well, which is another experience. The nightlife in Phnom Penh is interesting. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this little video of how much it costs to travel in Siem Reap for round about 7 days. And if you haven't been here before, I would also make the effort to go down to Phnom Penh as well. If you want to fly from Siem Reap to Phnom Penh, it takes 30 minutes. One way is going to cost you anywhere between $20 to $50 depending on the season. You can also take a bus. I've never done the bus before, and I do believe it will take about 6 or 7 hours, and it costs you $9, so you can do a night bus. There are minivans that will do it faster, and you can do private cars, etc., etc. There's many websites related to, or let's rephrase it, there are many Facebook pages related to Siem Reap, so you can just become a member before you come, and then you can ask questions. I would highly recommend that you search the Facebook webpage before you ask questions, because some of the administrators get a little bit angry getting the same kind of responses there when you could just type in the keywords of your search and the answer be there by someone else. Have a happy new year. As I mentioned, this is December 27th, 2019. It's just around the corner for New Year, and I have made a video about what happens here in New Year as well. And again, lots of videos all about Siem Reap and Christmas over the last couple of years, ever since I started posting videos on YouTube. I'm out of here. Be good. Again, Happy New Year, and I hope 2020 is where all your dreams come true. Bye-bye for now. Boom!